The season is turning, and in the golden morning sun, we see summer's warmth beginning to return. The first signs of the shifting season fill us with inspiration, and we understand our purpose here. These late spring days in the Australian rainforest bring unimaginable beauty.
I'm leaving home for the coastline, someplace under the sun. I feel my heart for the first time, 'cause now I'm moving on, yeah, I'm moving on.
The flame trees light up the forest with their luminance. At this time of year, their flowers paint the mountains with depth. The black cockatoos return to the treetops. Their arrival heralds the beginning of the wet. They bring the first rain on their wings. Wet drops hit the dry earth as they glide from valley to valley. Down by the water, the lilies open, announcing the start of the hot season with their sweet scent spreading. We have found our purpose within this web, discovering that, like the trees, birds, and rain, our actions resonate in the weave of the rainforest. We thread each moment with intention. Our fulfillment grows with every small action, and as they accumulate, we discover that happiness is found in purpose. It is the feeling of making change with our hands. With simple contentment, we watch the work that we do transform the landscape.
This life will keep us young, yeah, keep us young.
We've found that happiness isn't a state of being. It is a fleeting feeling amongst a sea of emotions. Joy is dictated by passing moments, but purpose is so much deeper. It is the current that guides the ocean's waves, the birds that spread the forest seeds, or the thread that weaves these moments together. As the forest is simply a collection of growth, we understand that our lives are a collection of small moments. We see the seasons return again and again. We watch the mist form in the mountains and the light fade off the cliff faces. In the radiating growth of the flame trees' shooting limbs, we see an affirmation that what we do here matters. We know our role on this earth. At this time of year, the black sapotes ripen. Their flesh tastes like chocolatey pudding, and we fill our baskets with these special snacks. Our parents planted this tree years ago, and the fruit acts as a reminder of the change that you can make with a single seed. They planted this ridge with black sapotes, mangoes, avocados, starfruit, and custard apples, spreading the orchards that our grandparents once planted across the farm. Their actions guide us. The fruit are like eternal gifts passing through time. We've been planting this orchard more and have huge plans to add lemons, limes, and more avocados, providing gifts for those to come.
Eating chocolate all over your lips. Our book is coming out in just 1 week and we are so excited. It tells the story of our journey of learning to steward the land after the sudden death of our father, and the hope that we've found in our life here and all the regenerative work we do here on the farm. It's filled with paintings and poetry and stories and personal essays about all the lessons we've learned in our time here. Wow, I feel a little emotional. It's very, very special. I don't think I've ever created anything so beautiful and so true to us. So You can pre-order it by following the link in our bio to make sure that you're one of the first people to receive it when it comes out just next week. And I'm so excited to share.
The water lilies bloom for the summer, opening and closing with the sun. In this valley, everything feels magical. Around me are patches of change and beauty. The red cedars grow tall in the valley, where we've been eliminating the competing weeds. The cooler ones we planted here have new branches spreading outwards, and the goats roam happily in the forest above.
On the branch of an old gum tree.
The water's reflections cradle me, and within the landscape's embrace, I see the patches of change being sewn together. The stitches are our intention. They weave each small action into a grand tapestry. As the first golden light highlights each tree, we see a blanket of healing spread across the land. In the wonder of witnessing the land respond to our care, we feel welcome. We learn to belong as we sow seeds of hope and mend the earth. We feel what it means to care for the forest of an unknown future, and we walk through the landscape with pride. The change we sculpt resonates, and our actions spread seeds. It is with honor that we care for this landscape and its future. We haven't counted how many trees we've planted, but the days spent with our hands in the soil are inscribed in our hearts. The act of care molds us. It extends through our lives. In the land, our skin, and our stories, we see the threads that weave us together. Layers of history are written between clouds, tree bark, and ripening fruit. But in the stories that we tell, the saplings that we plant, and the care that we continue, we see the threads of the future. An unwoven, imminent continuity. Our hands must carry on the weave. We must learn from the past while imagining a better future, using our presence to create a seamless tapestry of wholeness.
We felt the sun as it burned upon our skin. These memories will stay with me. Now I'm far away. These memories still remain. Now I'm far away. You stay with me the same.
In the orchard, we're planting a lime and lemon tree. The immense satisfaction that we get from planting a tree is incomparable. Our hands in the soil let us understand it all. We are given the energy from the food that we eat from the fruit trees that our parents and grandparents planted. Their nourishment lets us plant more trees, and one day, these trees will nurture others.
You stay with me the same.
There's a family of kookaburras that live up in the trees here, and they've lived here for years, and they're always just singing their beautiful song and following us everywhere. But this year we're so excited. We have spotted where they've got a nest, and they must have little baby kookaburras in there, and I can't imagine how fluffy they must be. They must be adorable.
The kookaburras have made a nest in the old termite nest up high in the gum tree. They collect worms and other food and take it back to the nest. They are a couple, and they live up to 20 years and have the same partner for life. Kookaburra babies can even grow up and stay alongside their parents to protect the next nest from predators, caring for their siblings. The kookaburras are a gentle reminder of the beauty all around us, and their little family gives us so much hope. Planting a tree or pulling endless weeds, we always think to these kookaburras above us, protecting their nest, collecting worms for their babies, and singing from the treetops. Seeing them care for this land reminds us to do the same.
Ever since these guys were so small, they've been coming to the garden with me, and they're just so sweet and fluffy and big now. I can't believe how much they've grown.
Having chickens in the garden is such a joy, but they are also doing an important job. We have a lot of grasshoppers at the moment, and chickens are the best natural pesticide. They love snacking on the grasshoppers, and as they do, they help us. They are getting bigger though, and they have begun to scratch a little. It's so cute though, how can I be mad? And their important jobs outweigh their naughtiness. Animals understand purpose more than any of us. Their lives are simple, but in the practicality of every day, they feel happiness.
Don't eat my strawberries, Mallow! These little chickies think that they're still tiny, but they're big chooks, and they still fit in my arms somehow. They're so big and fluffy. I think that Colin and Goose are girls, these two, and Mellow I think is a little boy because he in the morning goes don't you? You're a little boy.
All we know is what will be our home. We will stay till the break of dawn.
We find so much purpose from growing our own food, and cooking from the garden always feels like a celebration. Fresh food tastes like nothing you could ever buy, and we can feel the nutrients straight from the soil that we nurture, transfer, and nurture us. Also, it means that we know exactly where and how it was grown, avoiding pesticides and preservatives. We can't grow everything ourselves, even if we would love to. So we supplement our diet with local food from the farmers market and organic stores. There are so many local organic growers who go to the farmers market each week to sell their produce, and we love to support this community while buying food that nurtures our health.
We need some time, and we all sit around the fire. We feel a little warm now, and we all
So today we went to the farmers market and got these, oh my gorgeous, so beautiful, biggest, most beautiful mushrooms. So we're gonna make our favorite meal, which is stuffed mushrooms, and it's kind of, I'd say it's kind of like pizza but with just mushrooms. Don't you think? Sure.
Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget that our book comes out in just a week on the 21st of November. You can follow the link in our description to pre-order so that you'll be the first to get it.
It's maybe the most beautiful thing that I've ever made, and I can't believe that Anastasia and Mum and I got to make it together. Mum took all the photos, Anastasia took like these incredible drone photos, and I made the paintings. Anastasia made these drawings that are just so beautiful, and there's poetry and there's practices that kind of inspire anyone to learn to live with the earth and heal in the way that we've learned to heal, but through a connection to the land and through creativity and caring for the earth. It feels really meaningful that in just not many days now, all these personal stories and collections of poetry and paintings and all these like really intimate, beautiful moments are going to be in your hands and in your homes, and we're just so excited to share them all with you.
The music in this video is by Hollow Coves, a local band from Brisbane who make the most beautiful songs to sing along to all day. You can find their links in our description too. Thank you so much to our patrons. Your support lets us plant trees and spend our days caring for this land. We are honestly eternally grateful to you.